brief. It is a development in a way, but the question is, we're going to find out over the next 2 weeks whether it really is a genuine move forward or whether they're just briefing the information as to where we are on De Jong, because some of it is really, really interesting. Now, it's coming in from Laurie Whitwell. I guarantee that James Ducker and Simon Stone are preparing their articles as it speaks, because these are people that we've said, with all due respect, that have very good connections with Manchester United. I don't think, or I don't consider them to be transfer journalists or people like that. These are journalists that are just have close relationships with the club, and effectively when they talk about the club, you can pretty much guarantee it's good because it's come from the club in one way or another. So Laurie Whitwell with the big update this morning, he's saying that Manchester United's main focus so far has been Frankie de Jong, who has given private indication a move to Old Trafford appeals. Pausing the move, however, has been the fee, set around 80 million euros by Barcelona. Negotiations are underway. That's the big statement. There's a lot more to get into in that, but ultimately what that is De Jong open to United transfer. That's what I read that as, and it's coming from a journalist that has very close connections with Manchester United. Again, if this had come from James Ducker or Simon Stone or even Samuel Luckhurst, I would have said, right, they can't really bullshit people, because if they put that out and it's not true, United are going to be on their WhatsApp going, what are you doing? So that will have been verified, and you can take that to the bank. So what we effectively have here is what we've been talking about for the last few weeks, that Manchester United have clearly been encouraged by Barcelona to negotiate for Frankie de Jong. Barcelona need to sell. Manchester United will buy. Ten Hag wants him. So we know the Barcelona and Manchester United dynamic, and we know it's been going on for weeks. There is a deal being negotiated there. The stumbling block has always been, does de Jong want to go? Logically, we've spoken about this and said, why would Erik ten Hag tell Manchester United to negotiate with Barcelona for de Jong for the last month if Frankie de Jong had said to him, I don't want to come to Manchester United? Considering Frankie de Jong and Erik ten Hag know each other, considering it's been put out there, I think 2 weeks ago, that they've spoken to each other, it would literally take 2 minutes, 1 minute, 20 seconds for ten Hag to say, would you ever want to come to Man United if we put an offer in for you? No, it's not really one I want to go. Thanks, all right, mate. What are you doing in the summer? So this just confirms, and I like this update, this just confirms from Manchester United via Laurie Whitwell that Manchester United are in for de Jong, and that they've had an indication from de Jong that he wants to come to Manchester United. I like this type of communication. Of course it's a brief. I don't think it's spin. I think spin is something that makes you think something's happening that's not. This is the sort of thing I would like Manchester United to do more often. I would rather get briefed by the club via a journalist like James Ducker, Simon Stone, Samuel Luckhurst, Laurie Whitwell, whoever, than get Portuguese reports, Barcelona reports, Romano, whoever else, all who are very good, but you don't necessarily know whether that is actually happening. There's nothing wrong with communicating with your fans, and I think this is what Manchester United have done this morning. The question's going to be, and I think we're going to get it in the chat, is how long's a piece of string? To which I don't know, because I haven't got the piece of string. Hi Mark, love from Perth, Australia. Are you sending anyone on coming yourself here for pre-season? Siddharth, I can confirm we will be in Australia for the tour. Yes, we will. Thank you very much for reminding me about that, because I was meant to mention it a couple of days ago. So, yeah. So, Ricardo says, brief bridge. A brief is where the club wants a message to go out to you that they can't put out themselves. No football club, whether it's Liverpool, Man City or United, are going to go and do a press conference this morning saying, we're trying to sign Frankie de Jong. He's told us privately he wants to come. You wouldn't do that. You brief the journalists that you've got good relationships with. That's what's happened. I'm positive about this. Not every brief is a negative. And I am positive about this because we've been communicated with. We have been communicated with. Manchester United are in for de Jong. We're negotiating with Barcelona, and de Jong has indicated that a move to Manchester United appeals to him. So Manchester United are well within their rights and should be applauded by us, the fans, because they are doing everything that they should to try and get that deal done. Barcelona, there's an issue with the price. De Jong, a little bit reluctant, but appeals. The move to Manchester United appeals. We're absolutely correct to be in that deal negotiating. What we need to make sure we do now is not what happened with Nunez, where we know we're negotiating and we fail. We must succeed, because this is a player that Erik ten Hag wants. So look, I know I said last night I don't really want to be talking about de Jong anymore. It's getting a little bit boring. I don't know that we'll be talking about him for the next few days, and I want to explain that in a minute. But I think this is a very important update for a news show, because we are at a point where this is coming from, I believe, wholeheartedly a club brief, and therefore we are being communicated to by our football club, and we are, where De Jong has indicated he wants to come, and United are negotiating with Barcelona. And it absolutely confirms what many people have been saying for a few weeks now, that why would Man United be negotiating with Barcelona if De Jong doesn't want to come? There has to be some indication. And I would imagine it's something like this. He's spoken to he's spoken to Ten Hag. Ten Hag said, look, I want you at Manchester United. Will you come and play for us? And De Jong has probably said, you know what, my honest thoughts are I want to stay at Barcelona. I'm very happy here. But if they're going to sell me, I'll come and play for you, because they clearly don't want me. And I think that's the scenario. I think we'd all agree with that. It's not going to happen until mid-August, says Misbah, who's a member. Quick shout out to the members. We have got our Sangari versus McFred video. A little bit late. I'm sure I can give us a bit of a summary in a bit. But that is the big update on the screen there at the moment. I suppose the next thing I want to say about this is, remember, this is a brief and not a development. I don't think that is telling you we're signing De Jong today. Unless I'm completely missing a few words in there, that is not telling you we're about to sign Frenkie de Jong. That is telling you that we may have lost the battle for Nunez, but we are in the race for De Jong, and we think we're going to get it done. This is a positive story to make you feel more enthusiastic about the transfer window if you're feeling a bit fed up about the Darwin Nunez failure. That doesn't say we're going to sign him today. It doesn't say we're going to sign him early next week, and it doesn't say we're going to sign him in the next 2 weeks. What that says is Frenkie de Jong is open to a move to Manchester United, and that we are negotiating with Barcelona. And the issue we've got is that Barcelona want 80 million euros and we want to spend about 60 million euros. So the negotiations are underway, and ultimately pausing the move has been the fee. And look, there's a further update as well. I mean, I purposely kept this one back for you, because anybody who thinks we're about to announce Frenkie de Jong with a shirt, this is part of the brief. Manchester United are resistant to straight away pay what Barcelona demand for Frenkie de Jong, given the financial difficulties at the Nou Camp, and do not wish to be Barcelona's bailout. So effectively what that is saying is, you might be waiting another month. You might be waiting another week. You might be waiting another 2 weeks. So don't get massively excited that this is going to happen before you watch Love Island tonight or whatever else you're doing on a Friday night. It's very, 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 very unlikely that this deal is going to get done anytime in probably the next week. I'd say the earliest is probably Wednesday, when the international break is over. So look, as I said, this is why it's a brief and not a development. Very good brief, positive, tells the fans what's going on. We are in for De Jong. He is interested in coming to us, but we're not going to be held to ransom.